Alright guys, back to some collection videos here. Today I'm going to be talking about my PC Engine collection. I had a friend back in the day, way back when I was a kid, who had a TurboGrafx while I had a Nintendo. And I always thought it was a pretty cool system, but, you know, being back then, it's all about owning the biggest and best things so you can talk about your friends on the playground, so I never got around to picking one of these up. I was always satisfied with having a Nintendo, but as I got older, I realized I missed out on a lot of great games. So I went into looking for a TurboGrafx Duo, or Turbo Duo, sorry. And for some reason, the American Turbo Duo is just ridiculously hard to find, and it costs a lot more money than I was willing to spend on it. So I thought about it and looked into it and decided that, you know, with these older games, maybe the way to go is with a Japanese PC Engine Duo. So I got this for relatively cheap, a lot cheaper than an American Duo would be. And I've really been enjoying it. So I put together a pretty cool collection of games here so far. And we'll go through that. But first, I just want to talk a little bit about how crazy this was back in the day. I was used to games looking like this, being huge, which is interesting because if you actually open this up, the game's only like that big inside the cartridge. But games were, always to me, these big, huge cartridges. And then you get these little credit card-sized games. It just blew my mind going over to his house and seeing this. I thought it was, they're just the craziest thing. And I don't know why they didn't continue with these little cards, because they're just fantastic. But anyway, we'll get this out of the road here, and we'll start with my loose games, which I just showed the first one, which is Gunhead, which in America is called Blazing Lasers. This is a fantastic shmup. It's probably one of my favorite shoot-'em-ups ever. I just put it in, I'll just play it for hours on end. I picked up the loose ones I bought. I picked them up loose because they were a lot cheaper loose, and I'm okay with just having the Hue card. But next up we have PC Genjin 1 and PC Genjin 2, or Bonk's Adventure 1 and 2. This is what I remember playing back in the day on his my friend's TurboGrafx, and I love this. And I think he had Adventure Island, one of the Adventure Islands also, the PC Engine, or the TurboGrafx version of Adventure Island. But yeah, these are fantastic games. I think now that I'm playing them, I enjoy 2 more. I haven't got around to getting 3 yet, but I'll get it sometime. But fantastic platforming games, and if you guys like your Sonics and Marios, I highly suggest you guys trying to find the Bonk's Adventure games. They really should do like a DS compilation or something with all the Bonk's Adventures on it. And then the last loose game I have here is R-Type 1. I love the R-Type series. It's a lot of fun. And this was ridiculously cheap compared to the box copy, so got it. And now we move into my actual complete games, and I think I'll zoom in a little bit here for you guys so we get some good pictures of the artwork. I'm not going to try to say the name of this game, just know that it is the Japanese version of Crater Maze. I did a lot of watching of Chris Bucci, Spider 1A's Turbo Views, and I always liked the look of Crater Maze, so when I got this I had to find a copy of the original version. It plays exactly the same. It's just instead of controlling a little little space boy, you're a cat now. But fantastic game, and these kind of weird maze, make and trap games are really, there's a lot of these on the PC Engine. And that, interestingly, the Batman game for the movie that was made for the PC Engine TurboGrafx pretty much plays exactly like this. So great game. If you have a TurboGrafx, go find Crater Maze. If you have a PC Engine, go find this. A lot of fun. And of course, you have to have Fantasy Zone. Just a terrific, terrific shooter. And then, thanks to Johnny Millennium, I started with my Far East of Eden series. Here we got Ziria, and I have Manji Maru, and then Kabuki Den. Fantastic games. The graphics are really awesome. You have to think about, this was competing with the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Master System by Sega. And it wasn't until the Genesis and the Super Nintendo came out that these graphics really started to look terrible. But these games are on CD. Oh, not that one. CDs, which was pretty crazy at the time. I think the PC Engine was the first system to use CD-based media. That might not be accurate, but if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me. That's okay. One thing I do want to know, if anyone out there watches this and you do have a PC Engine collection, a lot of these games came in these double packages here, which I know they did for the early PlayStation 1 games because the booklets are really big. But I want to know, just out of my morbid curiosity, is there supposed to be a second disc, like a music CD or a drama CD or something here? I think the same thing goes with Snatcher when we get to it. It's just got this second disc space here with nothing in it. So if you guys can answer that for me, because both of these have an empty tray but nothing in that tray. But fantastic RPGs. And we got Final Soldier, shooter in the Soldier series. I have Star Soldier for the original NES, and this is... I keep flipping it over thinking there's something there and there's not. But it's a pretty good shooter, yeah. And then we have Legendary Axe 1. Fantastic, fantastic game. I haven't got 2 yet. I hear it's not as good as 1, but I definitely had to track this down because it's just a great game. And then, like I said, I have Snatcher. I haven't played Snatcher yet, but watching Chargeback Forward. God, I'm having a real hard time remembering things. Watching Chargeback Forward videos, they go on and on about Snatcher and how great of a game it is, and it's actually made by Hiro Kojima, who did the Metal Gear series. So once again, it's got 2 booklets, but it's got another tray here that doesn't have anything in it. So I don't know if that was supposed to be something extra or not. But I'll probably play this after I play my ROM of the Sega CD version because it's in English. But I do plan on looking forward to this because it's uncensored, whereas the Sega CD version, they kind of censored it a little bit. And then finally, for my slowly growing PC Engine collection, if you've watched my videos, any of the other collection videos, you know that I'm kind of getting crazy about the Ys series. It's something that I always knew about as a kid, but now that I have all these systems and have access to getting these games, I definitely wanted to get them. I got Ys 1 and 2, Ys 3, and Ys 4 Dawn of Ys. Now this is interesting because there is an Ys 4 for the Super Famicom called Mask of the Sun, which these are 2 totally different games. I think Mask of the Sun is treated as the canon game in the series, whereas this is more of just kind of a side story because this was actually developed by Hudson Soft and not Falcom. But this was the game on the Virtual Console, which this is on the Virtual Console in English, guys, so go out and get it. This is the game that just made me love the Ys series. Watching Johnny Millennium's videos where he talks about how much he loved the Ys series back in the day really made me wish, and after playing these, it really made me wish that I had a TurboGrafx back then and was able to play these. But yeah, I got them now, so I can play them. I'm definitely looking forward to Dawn of Ys. I think it'll be a great game. I've played these on different systems, so I have them. I'll play them eventually, but I'm not really dying to play these. But I am dying to play Ys 4, especially. I might wait for the Vita version to get the story, and then come back to this since I already know the story to play the original version. But yeah, this is my PC Engine collection. It's been growing, well, it grew really quickly because I tend to buy these systems and then just go on like game binges. But I kind of slowed down on this as I've been buying for other systems. But definitely something you guys should look into. I know there's an emulator out there called the Magic Engine on you can get for your computer that will play the ROMs for the cards, and it will play the actual, you need the actual discs to play the games on the Magic Engine. But if you can't track down a Duo, I I suggest, going that route. It works extremely well. You can use any, PC controller you want to use, although I do really like the controller for the PC Engine. The only thing I think, you can't have anything run in the background with the Magic Engine. At least not I can on my computer because it kind of hiccups the graphics. But if you can't get a hold of one of these, definitely look into the Magic Engine, because this is a system you guys shouldn't miss out on. It's a really classic system. This just looks like a gaming machine. I love that old look to old consoles. The only downfall of this console is it only has one controller port. I don't know what they were thinking when they did this, but one controller port does not work, especially when you play like Bomberman and stuff on it. You had to buy a multi-tap to even play two-player games. Really, really stupid. But other than that, great system, guys. Bunch of great games. Go out and get one. Let me know what you think if you have one. And I'll see you next time. Alright, guys. Take it easy.